and they are in the parts that we perceive as empty, okay, beyond our usual range of frequency. Hello everyone, my name is Valeria, and in this channel we talk about spirituality and esoterics, and today I'm going to talk about how to connect with beings from other dimensions and planes. So this is going to be especially useful for starseeds. So this kind of contact occurs in an interdimensional way. So we need to be aware of the multidimensional spectrum. These beings, these visitor beings, they are going to start subtle contact with us before they offer physical proof of contact. It occurs slowly as we need to be prepared for that, and we need to learn and work on a conscious way to be able to participate in this contact if we want to. We need to know how to do it and work with our psychic gifts and our field perception. So, when I talk about interdimensional contact, I mean contact with beings from another dimensions, worlds, and not only by channeling, but especially beings that might be in the same room as you are, in the same space right now, but we can't see with our physical eye. Or if you experiment some kind of abduction, it is going to be useful too. So, now I'm going to talk about the 5 steps that you can use for this kind of contact. The number 1 is super easy, and it is about developing your psychic abilities. So, you want to develop your psychic gifts. You want to know your ESP and which of them are more developed in you. And then you can potentiate it. Usually, claircognizance and clairsentience are the most useful for this kind of work, but also clairvoyance, if you know how to interpret what you are perceiving and not being deceived because of colors or shapes, okay? Number 2, it's also super easy, and is that you always want your bioenergetic field protected, okay? So you have to use some technique before the rest of the steps, and we need to do this every day anyways, okay? So you want to learn some technique to protect your bioenergetic field. And number 3, this is so important. This is about distinguish and discerning the energetic imprint of another being or beings, okay? So, at this point, you might call in a being that vibrates in love, light, and that is balanced, okay? But probably there is already some being in your space, okay? Maybe in your bedroom or something like that. So at this point, you want to decide if you want to be in contact with this being or not. If you want this being to go closer into your bioenergetic field. So if you decide that yes, then you are going to ask some questions, but I'm going to talk about that later. So now we need to learn how to distinguish these energetic imprints, how to detect energetic fields, because there is an unified field in all that is around us. okay? And the empty spaces are just spaces that we are not perceiving with our third dimension senses. And generally, these beings that visit us, they use the interdimensional spectrum for subtle contact, and they are in the parts that we perceive as empty, okay, beyond our usual range of frequency. So, this technique is useful especially if there are beings in our space where we live, and generally these beings are between dimensions, and we don't perceive them physically, like completely, but we often have this intuition or we feel their energies, and sometimes we can perceive a color or know the dimension that they are coming from with using some techniques. Number 4 is that we want to start communication from love, gratitude, respect, without pressure. It's like the same as we would treat a friend, you know? Because it's not like these beings are just like a book that is going to give us a lot of information and nothing else, okay? So we need to contact these beings also from sovereignty, from light, and asking for balanced beings, okay? These light beings, they really want us to be sovereign and go away from wanting to be saved or defy them, okay? I mean, like, go away from treating them like they are gods and they are so far from us and they are going to save us, okay? And then number 5, it's also super important, okay? In this point, we have to ask questions to these beings. I'm going to mention 4 key questions that I like to ask. Anytime we are communicating with a being, with a group of beings, with a council, wherever, we want to know these 4 things. Then you can add your own questions too. But we want to know first, which is their relationship with Earth, because if we are perceiving them, there is a reason for that. They must have a relationship with Earth. There are some beings, some energies that we are not able to perceive because they just don't have any relationship with Earth. But if we are perceiving them, maybe they help Earth with some seeding, or maybe they had been trying to damage Earth, or maybe they just come here and do their business, but for some reason we are perceiving them, okay? Question number 2 is, which is their history with Earth? This is so important. By doing this question, by asking this question, we can understand why there are so many disagreements when it comes, for example, to Ashtar or the Galactic Federation, for example, okay? So we want to know if these beings have always helped humanity or if they have withdrawn their support for some moments or for some years, okay? Or if they have come to Earth and fall and so on, okay? Then number 3 is, which is their relationship with us, like personally? Because they might be cosmic family, they might be versions of ourselves from another dimensions or times, they might be guides or councils, councils that we are serving, and so on. Okay? And number 4 is which is their intention with this contact. By being in our field, in our space, or in our dream time, wherever it be. So maybe they want to share something with us, some information, or maybe they are helping us to heal something or to balance something, and so on. So you want to ask these 4 questions always, and then you can add yours and keep this conversation flowing. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you like this kind of content. I would love to know your experiences with this kind of contact, so you can tell in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.